Kuzi, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I believe my colleague, Mr. Genuis, has indicated the reasons for which the President of the Treasury Board should be present in front of this committee to account for, well, not only her announcement yesterday, but her implication in the oversight of ArriveCan, Arrive Scam going forward. But I also would like to get the President of the Treasury Board in front of the committee as well for another matter that was brought up here today by the Deputy Minister. As was indicated yesterday, we found out that an individual who is working with the public service has received a significant $8 million from the Arrive Scam scandal. And the Deputy Minister herself today said that she has seen in her oversight the firing of 5 employees for failing to disclose conflict of interest. Well, Mr. President of this committee, you may remember that LifeLabs was granted millions of dollars for COVID testing, and that the President of the Treasury Board did not disclose this to the Ethics Commissioner. Now, she did disclose other things, but prior to the pandemic, you'll be interested to know, Mr. President, that LifeLabs, the company on which the President of the Treasury Board's husband sits on as a director, only received $150,000 in contracts prior to the pandemic. Only 3 contracts. After the pandemic, where I will remind the committee that the current President of the Treasury Board served as the Minister of Procurement during that time, LifeLabs received a contract for, this is a number, Mr. President, that goes beyond the number we've been discussing here in Arrive Scam, $66.3 million on June 23rd.
Sorry, Ms. Kuzi, I have a point of order from Ms. Yip.
Thank you.
Yeah, just questioning the relevance of this.
Thank you, Ms. Yip. I think off the top, Ms. Kuzi does have wide latitude. Ms. Kuzi, back to you, please.
Yeah, thank you. It's very relevant because we are calling her
on ArriveCan.
That's right,
right?
and
just 1 second, Ms. Kuzi.
We're discussing conflicts of interest.
Yeah,
thank you very much, Mr. President.
Sorry, Ms. Kuzi. It's not my intent to cut you off, and I will let you finish up. I just wanted to. We are now actually debating the motion before us. So it's the Treasury Board President, Ms. Kuzi, you have the last words. I don't know if you wanted if you want it back again, or if I should move on.
Sure. No, I would like to continue.
Thank you.
I am providing another compelling reason that we need the President of the Treasury Board in front of this committee. Oh, it seems to me, Mr. President, that they are trying to interrupt me.
Yes, let me. I'll hear the point of
so
Ms. Cleed. You are next.
Go ahead, please, Mr. President.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. I was just wondering if you wanted to excuse any witnesses that are in the room at this point, if that's okay. I know that we've gone over time, but I just wanted to make sure that they were not sitting around.
Ms. Cleed, you have the last spot, so I will. I'm ready to excuse them if you like. It is up. I can turn to government members, or you in particular. Would you like me to excuse the witnesses?
I think it would probably be best for us to excuse the witnesses. I don't want to keep them waiting.
Very good. Ms. Reza, Mr. Hayes, and your team, thank you for coming in today. I appreciate it, and I too am pleased you are being excused so you can get on with your day. Thank you very much. We'll see you all again. Ms. Kuzi, again, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And I think it's unfortunate that they're being excused because I think actually they would be interested and appreciative that I am actually bringing forward another rationale for the appearance of the President of the Treasury Board that is related to the action that they indicated that they took today on behalf of the information we found out this week about Dalian. So as I was saying, the President of the Treasury Board did not disclose to the Ethics Commissioner that her husband was a director on LifeLabs. And as I mentioned previously as well, prior to the pandemic, only $150,000 in contract. Yet during the pandemic, as I was indicating before I was interrupted, On June 23rd of 2020, $66.3 million was awarded to LifeLabs, but it did not stop there, Mr. President. On August 20th, we saw an additional $1.9 million being awarded to LifeLabs. And I say to all Canadians, and I would have said to the witnesses, were they still there, is it not accurate that the president of the Treasury Board, the individuals who oversees the public servant, who is supposed to be a leader, should set the standard, should be held to the same standard, to the same ethical code that this deputy minister, that we just dismissed, was so proud to indicate that she held 5 members to? So I think this is another very compelling reason, Mr. Chair, that we have the president of the Treasury Board. In addition to the oversight, which, as I said previously, of ministers, which is inextricably connected to the outcomes, to the results, where we determined that Canadians did not receive value for money. This is another compelling piece of information, another compelling piece of evidence, as presented by the Deputy Minister here today in her actions, that also the president of the Treasury Board should be held to. So with that, Mr. President, I will conclude, and I would just encourage all committee members to support this motion for transparency, not only for the work that is done and the value of tax dollars for Canadians, but also to ensure that these ministers who are inextricably tied to their outcomes are also held accountable to the highest of standards. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you.